Some quite good, exciting news for Manchester United fans all over the world. De Jong is house hunting in Manchester. What does that really mean? Does it really rubbish off all what the president of Barca said yesterday? Malacia landed in Manchester and is undergoing his medical right now. There is a replacement for Cristiano Ronaldo that has been linked to Manchester United. It all comes in from Brazil, and that is say that Erik ten Hag is really the one who is recommending that signing in there for you immediately. Then we are talking Eriksen, we are talking returnees, especially from South America, United players that have really come out and put up certain things on Instagram about what we call the Manchester United manager and their return in there for you. And we're having Anton Martial in this mix. Is he happy because of Ronaldo's departure? Because he's really going to go ahead and read the line? All that and more into this story. I go by the names of Rock and David. Smash the like button, comment and share. And if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. So let's start off without further ado into this story. One of the first returnees from South America, he goes by names of Pelestri. That is Pelestri for you. Pelestri went ahead and really posted that onto his Instagram and really tagged at Manchester United, and he really put up the plane emoji there for you, showing that he's flying from Uruguay to a side which goes by the names of Manchester United. Remember, we signed him from which side did we sign him from? Then he came in and we loaned him to Alves. His loan spell has not yet been really fantastic, but I really trust him after his performances he really puts up at the national team. He's really great. Playing the team that has Darwin Núñez, that has Edson Cavani, that has which other players? Is it Tagliafico? And very many other good players on the European continent. It shows you that you are good enough, but you have not yet been given a chance. So he comes in at Manchester United trying to come in and impress the coach, and I know him and Amad Diallo are one of those players that Erik ten Hag is really going to love, and they might twist his mind on Anthony in there for you. And Anthony is Anthony is one of those players that United are really chasing to sign, but if at all his deal is too expensive, I think he will go in and say, all right, Ronaldo is leaving, I don't have money, we don't have money, spending 70 million pounds on Anthony. Why don't I utilize either Pelestri or Amad Diallo to really go ahead and get something good out of this player? So I 100% believe that's what is going to run into the mind of the manager of Manchester United, because there is no money and United needs to bring in a striker because Ronaldo has said he's leaving. So it's better to go in and really utilize what you have. If at all he has come out and really howled or hailed a player who goes by names of Zidane in there for Zidane, then what of Amad Diallo and Pelestri? I really believe that they're really going to go on and prove him wrong, especially onto the preseason in there for you. With the energy, I've seen Pelestri, by the way, increase in size. By the time he came in at Manchester United, he was really thin, but I saw him playing at Uruguay. The muscle has really mugged up. He looks like he's so much doing gym work because he knows Premier League is all about physicality, and that is Pelestri in there for you. After Pelestri, we got to the Brazilian connection in there for you. That is Alex Telles and Freddy in there for you, saying that on flight back for Manchester United preseason. That's what it means. You see that Brazilian word, Patu Temporada Pramica. That it's Prasima. That's what they really meant, that they're really flying back to Manchester in there for you to come in and do the needful in there for you. So the other player that really put up this was Anton Martial. He really said, happy Sunday to everyone, God bless us. But there is one thing he did. He really put God in small letters. God has to be in capital letters, especially that capital, the capital word that starts that is G. But you forgive him for that. He will rectify it next time. Anton Martial, whenever you're watching, if at all you're watching this video, don't ever put God in small letters. God is supposed to be in capital letters. I think you've understood me there very, very well in there for you. So Anton Martial is saying happy Sunday. He's trying to get himself to the team of United because he was on loan at Sevilla, and I know he's really impressing the manager Erik ten Hag. Anton Martial, proudly speaking, are the kind of players that Rangnick wanted and Erik ten Hag is going to want at Manchester United, because they are technically gifted, they are good with the ball, they are press resistant, every attribute that really Ten Hag wants, Martial holds. And the only reason as to why he fall out with Rangnick, it was what? Rangnick sat with him and told him, please, I need you into my plans to start Manchester United. He said, no, I've been here for 7 years and now I have to leave and start my career elsewhere. But a blessing disguise for Manchester United. Anton Martial went to Sevilla and the deal and his loan deal was really not so much progressive, and then he really returned and he's back in here to fight for his position. And in this situation where Ronaldo is saying that I'm leaving, he's really one of the best answers to the problems or the very many questions that Erik ten Hag is asking himself. I really see forward. I'm looking forward to seeing Anton Martial lead the line in the preseason, according to me, in there for you. Getting back to Alex Telles in there for you, as he is coming in from Brazil, things are not okay this side where he's coming. Things are not okay because it looks like they no longer want him at Manchester United again. First and foremost, the most good reason is this. There is a reason that has been shown to us in here for you about a man who goes by the names of Alex Telles, the left back who was deputizing Luke Shaw, and it has been reported, as you see there on the screen, as he returns to Manchester United. Sabates people, he's a chief football writer with the Sunday People, chairman of the Football Writers Association from 2008 to 2012 in there for you. He has come out and said Alex Telles is next in line to be offloaded by Manchester United after it's believed he was involved in a furious training ground bust-up. The clash with Hannibal took the place just days after United's 4-0 defeat to Brighton in there for you. So you see that. And adding more to that, United have signed a new a new left back who goes by names of Malacia. And to tell you an update about Malacia, I really put a video that he was really coming and flying to Manchester. He arrived and he has undertaken or undergone the first part of his medical today. That is Malacia in there for you. Then expect him to be doing his last medical tomorrow and they're at Carrington. Then he is really going to be unveiled tomorrow. That's what we've been told. That's what we've been told in there for you. So Telles returns to Manchester United in a very bad situation that you wouldn't like to return to a team in there for you, because playing at Manchester United and really having some good time when Luke Shaw really got an injury, got him or secured him an invitation for the national team and played very well. And when we were going for the World Cup, in a situation like this, when you have a new manager, you wouldn't like the new manager to come in and bring in his own left back, because that shows you that after Luke Shaw and after Luke Shaw not going to be considered, is going to be considering his left back. And to me, I really believe that Malacia is going to take over Luke Shaw. People are seeing this as a joke, but my God, you wait and see. You're going to see this hard take over Luke Shaw. So that means Telles is going to be sold from Manchester United and is going to be sold to where I don't know in there for you, because he doesn't fit what Erik ten Hag wants. And when we look at his age, it looks like Erik ten Hag doesn't want players who are really going to clock 30 years. That's why he is really showing off players the door in there for you, because he doesn't need players that are really old, because the system he plays really requires players that are fresh and young in there for you. So we wait and see what will happen for Alex Telles. He's going to be part of the United in there for you, the United team in there for you. But I want to take you back that Erik ten Hag said he's not going to welcome any player onto the plane when he is not part of his plans. So is Alex Telles going to be left in Manchester to look for his agent to secure for him a new team? Because United can't be having 3 left backs. No way. They're supposed to be 2, and you can't go with 3 left backs onto the preseason. So wait and see what is really going to happen, because if those players that won't get satisfied or enough playing time in the preseason are the ones that are really going to come out and leak out stuff, that's what Erik ten Hag said in there for you. So Alex Telles, we wait and see your fate when you really reach at the training ground of Manchester United. You never know. We might be here saying that it's going to be Luke Shaw. It's going to be Alex Telles, when Alex Telles is going to press the manager and Luke Shaw is going to be thrown under the bus. So you never know what happens with the new manager in there for you. Now, Football has come out and told us that Frenkie de Jong and Erling Haaland have their eyes on a house Solskjaer is selling in Chelsea. A source said De Jong's team contacted Ole Gunnar Solskjaer after renting the place, but he told them Haaland has got first option if he wants it. This is what I was telling you about, that the De Jong to Manchester United is on in there for you. And then a story from Daily Mirror came out and indicated that Frenkie de Jong's entourage called to rent Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's house in Manchester, but was told that Haaland has got first option if he wants it, since he called it fast in there for you. Then we went to another Mr. Tom McDormand. He's an author, writer, journalist, coach, digital comms, member of the official IFWA United FC in there for you, and he always does Twitter spaces in there for you. He has come out and said De Jong is house hunting in London with his missus in there for you. So that is De Jong in there for you, and he is really doing great to go in and look for a house. As you see those stories, they are not fake. You go to the website of Daily Mail and Mirror, you are really going to see those feeds coming up. It's not a fake story that has been faked in there for you. That shows you that Manchester United is somewhere in the pursuit of Frenkie de Jong. And all those stories that are being plotted out there by Laporte, the president of a side which goes by the names of Barcelona, is just trying to go on and really trade lies. He's trading lies because Barcelona presidents have to act as politicians because they are just voted. So how do you explain to your voters that you really sold Frenkie de Jong? So he just needs to see this deal get done after they bring in Lewandowski, they bring in Christensen, they announce Frankesi and very many others. That's what he really wants to do to this deal, because if at all he doesn't do that, everything is going to bounce back to him in there for you. So we wait and see what is going to happen out of that, because very many stories have been really linked out that United looks like is going to lose out on this player by the president, who said that very many clubs are really interested in him. And in his own words, this is what he said yesterday in there for you. He said, the Barca president, there are many clubs that want him, not just Manchester United. We have no intention of selling him. He wants to stay. I'm going to do everything to keep Frenkie de Jong, but there is also a salary issue and would have to be adjusted in there for you. So that is what the president said. Then Fabrizio Romano, he came out and said Frenkie de Jong to Manchester United is still absolutely on. You get? He said again, United for sure will push again next week to find a solution and try to agree with Barcelona on Frenkie de Jong. That is a man who goes by the name of Fabrizio Romano. So trust me not, the deal is on. Hate them or love them, the deal of De Jong to Manchester United is 100% on, and you're really going to witness the best out of this, because United can't spend close to 2 months pushing for something that's not going to happen. That's what I told people, that if at all this deal was not going to happen, United wouldn't have spent all this time in there for you. That means Erik ten Hag has already agreed terms, and he has already been convinced by De Jong that I'm going to come to Manchester United. Though Barcelona is trying to play hardball for United, but I know this is going to come at a side and really come to an end. And the exciting news is one that Daily Mail and the Mirror have reported that that Frenkie de Jong is hunting for a house in Manchester. Therefore, so we wait and see what is going to happen in there for you, because the moment is hunting, it's not Frenkie de Jong. The team of Frenkie de Jong is hunting for a house in Manchester. The moment you hear that, just know that the deal is coming to accomplishment, and it might get announced when? Next week, because United postponed the reveal of their new kit because they expected to have signed De Jong by the 1st of July, but they know that this week something needs to happen to see to it that they really get in players to get hold of this kit, because that's what is so most needed to unveil a kit at Manchester United, because those are the dynamics they use. That's the gimmicks they use in there for you, and they make money because they know that when a new signing holds up that shirt, it really makes so much alarm to people to go in and buy. And I've been having people in here in the comment section asking me that, when are the kits getting out? You promised us that they're going to get out on first. Yeah, they had told us that they're getting out on first, but they postponed them because they've not yet brought in a new signing. They want to unleash that kit when a new signing is holding it in there for you. And with the rumors of the departure of Ronaldo, they need to really release the kit with a very big bang, and that is De Jong, Malacia, and Christian Eriksen in there for you. So that is Manchester United in there for you. Then we've gotten a story from CDS. It's not verified, but you know what it happens on Brazilian connections in there for you. Erik ten Hag wants Flamengo striker Gabigol to replace Ronaldo. Erik ten Hag wants this striker to go ahead and replace a man who goes by the names of Ronaldo. Then you might be asking yourself, who is Gabigol? Gabigol is a 25-year-old striker from a side which goes by the names of Brazil. He plays for Flamengo. He's really one of those that I really love, especially when you look at his highlights. They are so much enticing to watch, especially in there. I'm trying to really bring something on your screen. You get? Sorry for that. I think you are seeing it very well. That is a man who goes by names of Gabriel Barbosa. Full names, though he's called Gabigol in there for you. He is known as Barbosa Almeida, commonly known as Gabigol or Gabi. Is a Brazilian professional footballer who plays as a forward for Campeonato Brasileiro Serie A club Flamengo and Brazil national team. He was born on 30th, 1996, 25 years old in Sao Bernardo, and he is a Brazilian by nationality. This season, he has so far played 14 games, scored 5 goals, 5 yellow cards, 0 red cards, 0 assists in there for you. And in the Libertadores, he has played 7 games, scored 3 goals and 1 assist. That means he has so far played 17 games this year. Yeah, he has played 17 games and he has scored 8 goals in there for you and 1 goal and 1 assist in there for you. That means in 21 games, he has been involved himself in 9 goal contributions. The output is not bad according to me. It's not bad according to me, especially if at all you are really looking for a striker you really want to build. When you look at Erik ten Hag, these are the kind of strikers he really wants, and I know he has been on his ladder while he was at Ajax. These are kind of strikers he needs, because he knows I'm going to bring him, he will be thirsty, he will get into the field of play and go on my orders. And if the source is true, it is really great to see that United is going in for strikers like him, because strikers like him are needed at United, because there is no way you're going to get a finished product of a striker. Erling Haaland, Kylian Mbappe, and Darwin Núñez, we are the hot assets on the market. Richarlison and Gabriel Jesus. Where are you going to get another striker who is really already proven? Benjamin David, I don't feel that he's a kind of striker that Erik ten Hag really wants. Though I was really informed that way back while he was at Genk, Erik ten Hag and Ajax were scouting him, and he's being valued at £60 million, a fee that I don't believe United can really accept to go in and bring in a player. And with the situation we are into, Erik ten Hag has a very good scouting system with Ajax, and he knows a striker that can come in at Manchester United and get the job done. A replacement of Ronaldo, because to me I'm 100% sure Ronaldo is going to go. The moment he let up that story was an indicator that, all right, I'm fed up with what is happening at Manchester United. So Gabigol is being related to Manchester United, and we wait and see what is really going to happen in there, because he's a very good striker, and his numbers, I compared him to Harry Kane. He's not all that a different striker, but one thing I've got to know is that Flamengo doesn't create lots of chances. That's why he's not really scoring lots of goals. And you look at the way he plays, he is really this center forward who roves on all the flanks. He gets back deep in the midfield. He roves off to the left flank, to the right flank, in the middle. So he is not a typical number 9, but he is a striker who involves himself in the build-up. So if at all he has players like Anton Martial, Sancho, Bruno Fernandes, Amad Diallo, Danny Van Beek around him, I think we can Erik ten Hag can limit his movements, because I've seen him at Flamengo. What makes him really make deep movements is that the ball takes long to reach him, and if at all the ball takes long to reach you, what you do is you have to drive back and really get yourself that ball and get yourself involved into play. That's why he makes lots of successful runs deep from the midfield. But when you come in at Manchester United, he won't need to do that. he'll be really roving around the center forward and really starting the press when the opponents really start that game in there for you. So Ronaldo is leaving United. He has submitted the transfer request in there for you. So we wait and see what is going to happen. And Erik ten Hag says, all right, if you are saying you are leaving, I have no problem with you. I'm going to go in and really look for a replacement in there for you, because I will believe that I can get someone better to come in and get this job done immediately here at Manchester United. So Gabigol is really one of those that is really impressing. According to me, Erik ten Hag is really good at scouting such players. I can give you a story of Sebastian Haller. Most of you who watch this channel even fed up to hear such stories of Sebastian Haller. Sebastian Haller was a player who came in at West Ham from the German Bundesliga while he was really a typical striker who was banging in goals for fun. He came in at West Ham, he flopped. Guess who collected him from West Ham and revived his career? It's Erik ten Hag. When you look at Sebastian Haller under Ajax, if I want to be exact, let me bring you Sebastian Haller. Sebastian Haller. Sorry about that. I want to bring you the stats of Sebastian Haller, and you're going to see how he was really transformed by this manager who goes by the names of Erik ten Hag at the side which goes by names of Ajax. There you go on your screen. There you go on your screen. When he was at West Ham, can I really get the Wikipedia fast for you? I want to show you what he did at West Ham before we really get into this. When you look at the Wikipedia in here, are you guys seeing it very well? You're not seeing the Wikipedia, but let me try to read it for you. When he was at West Ham, he played 48 games and scored 10 goals. Hear me right. At West Ham, he played 48 games and scored 10 goals. At Ajax, he played 50 goals. He played 50 games, 2 more games than he played at a side which goes by the names of Ajax in there for you, and he scored 32 goals. And remember, at a team which goes by the names of West Ham, he spent there 2 seasons, from 2019 to 2021. At Ajax, he spent there 1 season, 2021 to 2022, and he banged in 32 goals in 50 appearances. That is Sebastian Haller. And let me get him on the screen and show you what he did at Ajax under Erik ten Hag. And you're really going to come out and really know that we are really having the best manager in the world, and respect the sources is really getting to replace Ronaldo. Sebastian Haller in 2021, 2022 in the Eredivisie, he played 31 games and scored 21 goals in there for you, with 7 assists in there for you. And in the KNVB Cup, he really went ahead to really play 3 games and scored 2 goals. Then in the Champions League, he played 8 games and scored 12 goals in there for you. So those are the goals that really came in and netted for Ajax. It shows you the transformation that the manager really put him to the next level. So if he gets in a Sebastian Haller to do that, I know when he really brings in a striker from Brazil, Gabigol, he will go on and really transform him into what he wants to be. So if this story is okay and really approved by the English media, we're going to be so excited about this deal in there for you, because we really need a replacement immediately. And that is the beauty of really getting in a manager who really knows players and has a very good scouting network, who goes by names of Erik ten Hag. Now, Jonathan Schrager, has really come out and bounced this and said that as it stands, neither United or any representatives of the player have contacted Flamengo to inquire about possible move to United for Gabigol. Very much talked about. We are talking about Flamengo. But the fact is, in deals like this, before you contact Flamengo, you have to first talk to the agent of that player, whether they are okay for the move to come to the Premier League. You get? And trust me, Gabigol is okay with that. So if I saw that they've not yet talked to the agent, and they went to talk to Flamengo, then they're playing hardball in there for you. But it's factual that this thing, all this transfer is so much ridden by the manager of Manchester United, Erik ten Hag. They were talking to the agent, then they talked to Flamengo, and one thing you know is that United has something that Flamengo wants. And it has now appeared that even Flamengo is having something that United wants. United can do a swap and every player can cross sides and they can all end up as better sides. Flamengo never wanted Andreas Pereira to go from their team to come to Manchester United. United wanted close to 10 million euros. They are giving them 5, and West Ham has really put up a bid for Andreas Pereira, and Andreas Pereira has flown to Manchester. So if it happens to be like So's, you'll see that United can tell them, all right, let's agree on the deal. How much do you value Gabigol? And see how we can get business done. Or we just do a swap. Gabigol crosses the side, and then a player who goes by the names of Andreas Pereira crosses that side, because Andreas didn't want to leave Brazil because he has been really getting enough playing time, though they failed to really meet the realistic valuation of Manchester United in there. So that's what I can tell you about Gabigol. So wait and see whether this story is going to hit English media tomorrow, and a Ronaldo replacement is being lined up by Erik ten Hag, confirming that he might be the man behind Ronaldo quitting the side which goes by names of Manchester United in there for you. So we go to Fabrizio Romano in there for you. Has come and told us that United are working on Christian Eriksen. They are waiting for his answer in there for you. I told people that lots of things are happening at Manchester United, and when you look at how Erik ten Hag wants to play, he is building his team and structure at Manchester United on a saying that all games are won and lost in the midfield. You can call it the engine room, you can call it the heartbeat, but that's what I can tell you, that games are lost and won in the midfield. So every signing is looking at, he wants to strengthen the engine room. That's why he wants De Jong, Frenkie, to come in and give him the reference that most of the players are really going to referring the ball to him, because he is press resistant and is talented, and he really acts immediately. He thinks out of the blue and does something magical that you don't expect any human to do. You get? He really acts in a nick of time. Danny Van Beek, Eriksen, Frenkie de Jong, Bruno Fernandes, don't be surprised when all those players are on the field of play. To me, I was even saying, however much we've been linked to Gabigol, if Ronaldo really quits, we are staying with Ronaldo, we are staying with Rashford, Anton Martial. Let's not bring in another striker for now, because on the market there are no brilliant strikers. Let's wait and see how the hybrid is really going to go on. What the brother is going to get us by the end of next season. Then we choose, like it brought in Haaland and Darwin Núñez. You get? Let's wait and see who's really going to be the hottest asset, because every year, trust me, there is a new striker that really comes up and really proves to the world. There is Nkunku, but Nkunku is a one-season wonder. I cannot really come out here and really tell people that, oh, Nkunku, a buyout clause of 60 million euros, let's go and get him because he really had a very fantastic season. The other season, he was crap. Let's wait and see what he's going to do this season. That is Nkunku. So I will believe playing with the false nine sometimes can be really used, especially you can feel De Jong, Bruno Fernandes, Eriksen, and Danny Van Beek on the same field of play, with a player in the names of Bruno Fernandes playing as a false nine, because amongst all of those, he's a better finisher than all of them. He has lots of numbers, meaning that Bruno has an eye of goal, or an eyeball on goal, higher than any of those. So however much Erik ten Hag believes I want a center at number 9 in there for you, but with Anton Martial, Marcus Rashford, and Bruno, one of those can really do that job very well, according to me. So I don't know what you guys think about it, but Eriksen is still making up his mind, and let's wait and see this week whether he's really going to decide where he's really going in there for you. But those are the stories we had in here for you. Frenkie de Jong is hunting for a house. Fabrizio Romano confirms the deal is still on of a player who goes by the names of Frenkie de Jong. Then we are having a Ronaldo replacement who goes by the names of Gabigol. Erik ten Hag identified him recently, and it's in the news now. Let's wait and see on Monday whether it will really hit the English place, because that's how things start. They start from Brazil and then they hit the English press immediately. The journalist that is really trying to rubbish it off is not saying that the deal of Gabigol is out because they've not contacted the agent and the team. Out of the two parties expected or involved for the deal to happen, it's only one that has not been contacted. That is the team of Flamengo. But in such deals, you know, a team first contacts the agent of the player and they agree terms. Then they talk to the team. You get? That's how things really happen in for you. And I know Flamengo will be 100% willing to sell this player. Then Eriksen has been in the mix. Alex Telles, Anton Martial, Pelestri returning, and many other stories. So your reactions are welcome into the comment section below. I sign out for now. See you later. We are going to come back with one more story. Should I do a live video? Let me see whether I will go in and do a live video, because I need to talk to you guys immediately. I'm out.